I want to keep this one short and sweet. Let's just pile on top of all the quarterback news surrounding the Minnesota Vikings. And we had KO. You know, he went on the podcast with Fitzmagic and Fitzmagic's partner. Shout out to that podcast, too. Great podcast. I know we did a reaction to one of his podcasts a couple months ago where Fitzmagic was talking crazy. You feel me? But we still had to address it. And I still love the guy, man. I think it's a great story. Enjoyed watching him play football. So shout out to him for having our head coach on the podcast. You know, he talked about the Sam Darnold situation, did all the cliche stuff. Sam Darnold earned it. He never had the opportunity to earn a spot in free agency as far as teams actually wanting to bid for him, like say, hey, I want him. No, I want him, you know, and that's a privilege. And I get that. I get where he's going with that. And then he got into the JJ McCarthy, what's important, why I want to do this video. And we're going to make this short and sweet and to the point. I just want to know, man, drop it down in the comments. What message did Kevin O'Connell send to Vikings Nation with this statement here? Now, at the end of the day, we're only a couple days away, right? We make it through this weekend. We have until next Tuesday. The floodgates are going to open. Teams are going to be calling. We're going to be calling other teams. I mean, there's just going to be a lot going on, man. The free agency period is one of the best moments in the NFL calendar year, in my opinion. Although it's not the games, it's about getting everything in order for the games to begin, and you're trying to build. And it's enjoyable, man, watching all the teams make these moves. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think the Vikings are going to have a great offseason when it comes to free agency. I think we're about to be aggressive. I'm here for it. I can't wait until the floodgates open. They already have the Bears crowned, all right? They say the Bears, they won free agency because they got Joe Thuney and they signed the other guard from the Rams, all right? So, and they said that last year. They crowned them last year before the season even started. How far did that get them? But that's neither here nor there. Let's listen to our head coach, man. Let's see what he had to say, man. Here we go, man.
He's off to a great start. He's doing for his off season. He's in here every day. He's working his tail off and he's healthy. And I'm excited to see him kind of hit the ground running for sure.
He said he is ready to see him hit the ground running. He's excited. To me, man, that says a lot. As far as I'm concerned, he said that he's healthy now. I look at that as that's the horse's mouth. Could he be up there lying and just kind of saying things? Yes, he could. But I've always said that Kevin O'Connell doesn't come off as a head coach that's just going to BS around and say things just to say them, just to try to be cool or sound cool on camera. Like, I think he genuinely means this, man, when he says, hey, he's in the building every day. Okay, I have no reason to sit here and lie to the masses about something like that. I'm seeing him every day in the building. He's working his behind off from sun up to sundown. He's all about football, which I think most fans knew that even before we drafted him. I mean, it just spews out the kid, right? And then they said the word that's important is he's healthy. And he's excited to see him hit the ground running, man. I'm here for it, man. But what kind of message does that send? Let's say JJ McCarthy doesn't become the starter and he's not healthy. What kind of questions are going to come around? They're going to go back to this type of podcast. And then you can evaluate Kevin O'Connell when he has these interviews moving forward. You can take stuff and say, oh, well, I remember when he said this thing, but it really wasn't true. Like, he was just saying it just to fluff up the interview. But as far as I'm concerned, man, every time I've went back and tried to fact check Kevin O'Connell to see if he said things just to say them, it always turned out that he was being genuine. I mean, at the end of the day, you still have to kind of dissect it a little bit. He can't come out because we're in the middle of a period right now where they want to help Sam Darnold get the most money possible. And do I believe that Kevin O'Connell would be willing to run back one more year with Sam Darnold? I believe that. I think he's a players type coach. Like, when you have success winning 14 games and Sam Darnold did what he did, 35 touchdowns, a bunch of y'all, yeah, I think he would be willing to do it. But I also know that he believes in JJ McCarthy. He said it all through this interview. He said that is why he's a Minnesota Viking, because we believed in him from the giddy. That's why they spent so much time, had the private workouts, all that good stuff, man. But hey, let me know how you feel down in the comments, man. What kind of message does this send to Vikings Nation? I'll let your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.